out here for another episode of Real Talks as opposed to TED Talks, which is basically some influential people who are up on a stage and, oh, listen to us because we have all the answers. And yet, society just continues to go down the drain. Yep. I was listening to some other stuff. I'll listen to other channels occasionally if they're interesting. And one was on the de-evolution of society, which I guess you could call it, where people have become so programmed by apps and every other thing, dehumanized actually, by this AI presence, which has probably been around forever. It just changes form. And then I went over to another channel and it was talking about the possibility of the reality being run by aliens, reptilians, archons, blah blah blah. Which, I mean, there's been many references to that sort of thing. I mean, they live. The director, John Carpenter, I believe, alluded to the idea that that movie was more of a documentary than just a movie. And of course, it had some B-rated actors in it. Didn't get a lot of attention back in the day, but the truth bombs were there. It's all just kind of interesting. And as time moves forward, we may see more and more evidence of reptilian, alien, other world influence on this reality. And people are still in their slumber, just going to work, trolling along, slaves of the system for most people, unless you're a billionaire. You don't have to worry about it. Yep. All just kind of crazy stuff. Well, I didn't really know what this video would be about, as generally I don't. Just kind of what's on my mind at the current time. Whatever it is, whatever is influencing the reality, even influencing our thoughts, perhaps we can't even control it. So therefore, the most important thing would to just be aware of it, to be aware that not every time you have a certain thought or whatever, it's yours. You're being influenced. It seems like now, just on a non-stop basis, there's this app, that app. Everybody's just glued to their cell phones pretty much. I drive down the road, and as soon as people, stop at a lot, out comes the phone. I gotta check something. Oh, something so important that we couldn't make it from point A to B without, checking something. Gotta answer a text or see something. Yeah, and yeah, I don't think humans are at the top of the food chain. Not from what I can see. What would be the evidence of that? I mean, people who are just controlled 24/7, 365 it seems now. And it's been 5 years since the Corona ordeal, whatever you want to think about that. But in my opinion, it was a beta test just to see what the powers that be could get away with. And for a large segment of the society, they were able to get away with quite a bit, just in terms of control, seeing how they could control people's perceptions of things, all of that. I remember doing videos a long time ago during that time, and going to ERs or just driving by urgent care centers. I would pull up in the lots and there would be one or two cars there. That's not indicative of a really serious situation now, is it? But in the future, it could be the real deal. Who knows? Who knows? I think there's definitely some things at play that point to the fact that the system needs like a full lockdown on people, information, all of it. So who knows? I mean, get ready. Could be something out of left field, usually is, right? So anyway, okay, well, nothing much more to discuss. I'm just out here on the front porch with my thoughts. We're kind of in this phase where people are not knowing what to think really about anything, about their government, about anything, and so probably something coming down the line in terms of controlling public perception and herding people, because that's what we're dealing with, is the herd. We're dealing with sheeple. They're all around us. They're all around me. They're probably all around you. People who have no concept of any of this crap. And those could be your family members. Those could be your acquaintances, your friends and co-workers. Oh. Yeah, bring this sort of topic up at work and see what response you might get. And there's the telltale sign right there. And it may be that there's more reptoids around you than you ever guessed. So, alright, I'll leave it at that. Have a great day.